This is your what? 100th year?
I guess, if you count, 25 years already, quarter of a century covering the Oscars. Can you believe that?
And we've been doing those red carpets backstage. So, what is this like for you? You're a veteran of it. What is this weekend and then Sunday like for you?
Well, it's always about the French angle, of course. How many French people are nominated? What are the co-productions, that are made with France? Every year, we call it the French exception because, as you know, France invest a lot of money in foreign films. We don't know. I mean, not a lot of people know that. But when you look at the Oscars this year, documentaries, short films, animation, there's a lot of French co-production. Beside, of course, Emilia Perez and The Substance, which is, as you know, directed by a French lady called Coralie Farja.
And Emilia Perez, some of it done in France?
Actually, it was I would say 97% shot near Paris. Can you believe that? Anything, which is amazing. And they have, of course, some shot of Mexico City. For those who know La Ciudad de Mexico, they will recognize some like white shots and some exteriors and everything. But the whole thing was done in studio.
So you shot a Mexican film in Paris.
Now, they shot actually a Spanish-speaking film talking about Mexico in Paris.
So Canada's taken enough film away from the U.S. Is Paris starting to become a hub?
Is what can?
Well, yeah, but they're starting to get more and more deals done to take stuff from Hollywood. Is it getting any tight way? It's cheaper in France?
No, it's not that. I think, more and more it has to be global, because of distribution, because of platforms, because of the tentpole, I would say squatting. That's the word I would use. All the theaters. I mean, when you have a movie that comes out in like 5,000, 6,000 theater, like let's say Captain America, that doesn't leave a lot of room for other films. So the thing is now for a producer to get film done, they have to go through a lot of investments all over the world.
Now, very often we're doing stuff live about the same time, and I once realized, I said, "Well, Ramzy is doing." But it's like 2 a.m. back there. But you get what's that like for the audience?
For the audience, well, they love it because, it's the Oscars. I mean, as you know, we have also the César, which is our Oscars, and usually you find the same people nominated there. And I'm talking about Hollywood people and also French people, at the Oscars. And it's like within 48 hours. So usually what they do is they use, the César as some kind of indicator, to tell them about, the trend, about the prediction and everything. And they usually spend the night watching the Oscars. After all, it's the biggest ceremony. It's the biggest movie ceremony of the world.
Couple more questions. One, your biggest challenge most every year. What's the biggest challenge that you go through?
Me, I'm a hard news reporter, which means, give you an example, okay? I do the Golden Globes on Sunday, live for Canal Plus. And then Tuesday, I live in Pasadena, 11:42 p.m. I was in the middle of the fire. Then I covered the fire. Then I went to San Isidro on the border, covering, from the U.S. side and the Mexico side, the inauguration and all the executive orders and everything. And then coming back here, leaving to Sundance, coming back, doing some political story, following ICE raids. That's the beauty of this job. It's like you can cover everything.
So you love it all.
I've been doing this since I was 18. Believe me, I think I've never worked one day in my life.
And finally, who are you expecting to win? Which one of these? Honora, Brutalist, Conclave. What's your feeling?
Now, here's the thing. If it was for the Golden Globes, I couldn't tell you because, as you know, I'm a voter for the Golden Globes. But for the Oscars, I can give you like my predictions. Okay. Best director, Sean Baker for Honora. Okay. Best original script, I would go for Jesse Eisenberg for The Real.
I agree.
Best adapted screenplay, I would go for Jacques Audiard for Emilia Perez. Best international film, between Rasulov the Iranian and Jacques Audiard, Emilia Perez, I don't know yet. Best original song, they're nominated twice. Camille et Clément Ducol, the French for Emilia Perez. Best supporting actor, she wins everything until now. I would say Zoe Saldana. What else do we have? Oh, best actor. Ooh, I would root for Timothée Chalamet because of what happened in this between the
Chalamet and who was
Adrien Brody.
Adrien.
I would love to be Timothée Chalamet, not only because he's French, because if he wins, he becomes the youngest one, 29, to win the Oscar for best.
And who was the youngest one before then?
That was Adrien Brody.
Yeah. This is interesting. I think it's going to be Brody. You think it's going to be Chalamet? We'll get there. Can we agree?
That's true. That's the one.
Wait. Can we agree? Best actress will be Devi.
Devi. Oh yeah.
The winner for sure. Best of.
Yeah. conclave honora. Conclave honora.
I say conclave and brutalist. You say conclave and
I would say conclave honora. We'll see.
we'll see. That's always, except you always sound so wonderful. But I'm doing there. We'll be back. Hey, Ramzy, as always, great to see you and thank you.
I'll see you at the next ceremony. Thanks a lot.
Always a pleasure.